and the universe wants you to have faith in the situation. There could have been some sort of a battle or a fight or an argument or some sort of conflict with regards to this situation, and it's put you in this place of waiting and stagnancy with the Seven of Pentacles, and you're continuing to water these seeds so that they come to fruition. And maybe you're wondering, if you continue to put effort into this situation, whatever this is, if it is going to bloom and blossom. And if it does have to do with a romantic situation and another person, then maybe you're like, should I hang on to this connection? Should I hang on to this person? Is this going to go anywhere? Is this worth sticking around for? Because all I have is faith, and I want this to happen. There's a lot of control that I have, and I have to be strong. But it's been a minute, and what's going to happen? Like, is this worth it? So if it is that situation, then these cards here are telling me that there is going to, I do see that you have been emotionally unfulfilled. So the Eight of Cups. So it's like you're almost at the point where you're about to explore your other options. You're like, I'm about to give up on this. I'm not fulfilled here. This is not fulfilling. I am not getting what I want. I'm not getting my needs met. And this could be with like a current relationship that you have, that you just keep having faith in. And maybe this person, you guys keep fighting, and you guys are in like a committed relationship, but you're just not sure where this is going to go, if this is going to work out, because maybe there's been some lies or some deceit, or somebody hasn't 100% like told you the truth, and that's made you feel emotionally unfulfilled, and like you're wondering if you should walk away from this. There's been, or maybe the seekers have been like somebody holding back their feelings and not being 100% honest with you about that, something like that, and you just keep having faith in this. And so now you're looking to explore other options, perhaps. So option A, if you choose this situation, then I do see that you're going to have a long-term, stable, committed situation here. Okay. And now, if this isn't about another person, if this isn't a romantic situation, then perhaps like you choosing this is going to lead to that. Like you choosing option A, whatever this is going to lead to some sort of a romantic, opening doors and possibilities opening to romance, where you have a lot of options in romance. There's a lot of love coming in. And so if you have had like a shitty love situation in the past, this is saying like there's hope and there's faith, and you will have something beautiful here that is going to last long term, but it is something that you have been waiting for. So you've been nurturing those seeds. And with strength here, the universe is saying to be strong. So if you choose option A, you're going to, first of all, be very, very attractive. And there's a lot of attraction here. There's a lot of chemistry and strength, empowerment, confidence, feeling really in your light, radiant, powerful. And the Six of Pentacles, having a balance, having abundance coming your way, having success and abundance. So also, this is a money question to like a job situation. This is showing me a lot of abundance here if you choose option A. It's like you have been giving back to other people a lot. Like you've been giving a lot, you've been giving in some form, whether it's to this person and to this relation, investing into this relationship, investing into this job, or even into investing into a business or something that you want to work out and to have faith in, and you're trying to control. It's showing me that, yeah, you have been planting the seeds and you've been watering them, and that is going to pay off. Like the Ten of Pentacles, it's going to pay off in abundance, wealth, prosperity, money, all of that. And yeah, I'm getting like, so this is where you have to fill in, obviously, for yourself, like what your situation is. And I'm over here trying to figure out what your thing could be. And I don't want to necessarily do that, because I want to keep this kind of general and broad so that you can apply whatever your situation is, because it will be different for all of you. But I'm sensing something along the lines of a situation where you have been investing into it for a long time, and you haven't really had a payoff yet. You haven't had that like evidence, physical evidence that it's here. All you've been relying on is faith and hope and trusting the universe. And you've been trying to control this because it's getting to a point where you're not seeing any results, and it's becoming frustrating. and you've been giving, 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 and you've had to be strong. You've kept watering the seeds, but there's been conflict here. It's been, there a lot of drama, maybe a lot of competition, it could be jealousy, it could be fighting, it could be some sort of like overthinking, anxiety, stress, all of that. You're becoming emotionally unfulfilled. You're ready to walk away. And should I walk away? Should I give up on this or not? Basically, is kind of what I'm getting. And this is saying don't give up on it. So option A, if you stick to it and continue to have faith, you are going to have a payoff. You're going to have this stable. So the Ten of Pentacles is about having stability. It's a long-term, okay, long-term commitment, long-term stability, and abundance, wealth, prosperity, security, family, being around family. But it's like a very practical, physical, energy. So it's going to be real and tangible, something you can hold, taste, smell, touch, feel, all the things. So see. We also have the Page of Cups here. So this is about an apology, and this is also about communication coming in that is of a loving nature. So it could be to do with this door to romance, like somebody is coming towards you and is going to deliver messages of love and be more vulnerable with their feelings and sort of come from their heart space and tell you how they feel. And that could lead to this like committed long-term situation, but it's going to be more like an emotional nature. And if it's not romantic, it could just be like somebody coming in and really appealing to your emotions and really connecting with you on that deeper emotional level. Maybe not too deep, but it is of an emotional nature rather than like logic. So if there has been fighting in this situation or some sort of discord or drama or anything that is causing you anguish and anxiety and worry, stress, fear, jealousy, any of those nasty feelings, that is going to heal. That is going to heal if you choose option A. That is going to, you're going to feel rejuvenated. You're going to gain your strength back. You're going to feel your vitality. You're going to feel radiant. You're going to feel on top of the world. You're going to feel confident in yourself, very empowered. You're going to see clearly. You're not going to see through the eyes of this ego, of this fear, that kind of lens. Things are going to come very clear to you. There's healing here. There's happiness. You're going to feel happy. You're going to feel joyful. And there are a lot of options that you have. So the Seven of Cups is showing that you have a lot of options here. Or maybe like your fantasies and your visualizations are coming to light, are being fulfilled. And that's been giving you anxiety because the Seven of Cups is also about daydreaming, visualizing, fantasizing about your dreams, like what it is that you want. It's of an emotional nature. So it's like these emotional dreams, well, these dreams that you have that really impact your emotions are going to finally come to fruition and be stabilized. So option A looks like a pretty good option. Yes. Well, that's what I was talking about, the Five of Swords. Maybe there is some ego here that is being um triggered, and that's maybe why you're not able to surrender this situation and let go of this control and trust that everything's going to be fine. Maybe you're not able to forgive someone because the Page of Cups is about apologies and forgiveness. So maybe you have been giving a lot and you feel it's unfair and you have to be the strong one, or you're wanting an apology, or you've been waiting a long time and you feel resentment, something like that. But that's, any of those things that are being triggered, like you need to be a little bit more humble about that and just let go of these egoic attachments and just try to stay in this energy of love, giving, patience, letting go, having faith. I know that's really hard, especially when you've been waiting a long time, but that's the advice from the universe for option A, is surrender your ego. Okay, so now let's get into option B. So there is a lot of Leo energy here, by the way, in pile a lot. And now we have more Leo energy here. You could be a Leo or really pride. It could be a really big thing for you. It's that ego thing, where you can't just swallow your pride and just give in and just be like, fuck it. Like, I'm just gonna be of service and give, even though I'm not getting necessarily what I want. I'm just gonna continue to do that because I know that's what's gonna lead me to my success. So with option, cool. With option B, We have don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. We have the sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. We have healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Then for your tarot, we have a lot came out as well. Six came out for both. Wheel of Fortune, Page of Wands, the Tower, Strength, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Okay, so there's a lot more like chaotic energy in pile B, like a lot more changes, quick, sudden, unexpected changes, chaos, new beginnings, death, rebirth, endings, beginnings. So I feel like option A would be the more, I guess, comfortable option. This is the one that is more within your comfort zone. And this is something that you have been waiting for very patiently. Maybe the situation's been stagnant and you're just like, should I continue to wait? Should I continue to invest? Um, because there is going to be that promised security here. It's a very structured, very stable, very like, okay, this is how it is. This option B is kind of more chaotic. There's adventure here. There's a lot of changes, a lot of surprises, and but it's definitely it's more powerful. So option B is more powerful. It's more transformative. Okay. And so if you chose pile B, then you would definitely have to be confident in this situation and not let pride. So I think pride is coming up for both option A and option B. So maybe that's something that you deal with like on a regular basis. And you know, that's something that maybe you're working through is like confidence issues and also um humbling yourself, you know, being like, well, maybe, yeah, because we have the two pages here. So maybe having to be a beginner, having to learn something new, and having to be a newbie. And that maybe is affecting your pride. Like, well, I'm already a master. Like, I already know that I mastered this skill and I'm so great at it. But because I'm choosing option B, I'm going to have to start all over. And so that's going to be a shot to my ego because I'm not going to be the best for a while because I have to master this skill. I have to put a lot of effort and work into mastering this new thing. So option B, you're going to be working hard. You're going to be putting in a lot of effort into learning something new. Okay. Strength is here again. So in both situations, you're going to have to be strong. You're going to have to be confident. Um, this one is more aligned, I feel, with your intuition or something with your intuition is coming up. The sixth chakra is your third eye. So this is showing me that maybe like intuitively you feel more called to option B, but it's a little bit more scary because there's so much unknown here and it's so different and it's literally creating a tower moment in your life. So if you chose option B, it would create a tower moment. It would kind of almost even be like everything's falling apart. It's a huge change. Maybe there's some travel involved with option B. There's an ending of some sort, right? With the death card here, you're putting an end to something and you're making a huge change. You're embarking on a new journey with the Page of Wands. You're traveling to new lands. You're going on new adventures. Something is different. Something is new. Also, there's communication, you know, coming through with this passionate communication, learning something new. The tower, I mean, literally, the tower is falling apart, right? And you're focusing on something, focusing on a goal. And there's a lot of healing. So this is going to trigger probably some of your deeper rooted issues that is calling for a transformation. A lot of healing of your past wounds is going to come up with option B. But you have passion for it. So like this is where passion exists. This is where it's like, oh, I'm driven. I want to do this. This is where I want to go. This is what I feel called to do, but it's the scariest option. So I feel like option A is the safe option, option B is the scary option. And this is where your passion and your heart is taking you, I feel. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So I think option B, as long as you have that passion for it and that it is making your heart and soul sing with joy, like you feel happy and excited about it, even though it is scary as hell, that is the good sign that your intuition is saying this is the right choice. And I'm not going to decide for you which one's the right choice, but I'm just saying that this one seems to be a lot more uncertain and unpredictable and chaotic and new and a lot of unknowns, and it's going to require a lot of mastering of yourself, right? Like mastering of your own ego, mastering of your own thoughts, mastering of like a certain skill or a job or something where you're like having to build a lot of confidence in yourself in order to do this. It's going to take a lot of strength and courage for you to do it, but it seems a little bit more, I guess, aligned with your, I don't know, they're both, I'm not gonna say that it's more aligned with your soul's path. I'm not gonna say that because I, first of all, who am I to say that? And second of all, this doesn't seem like you're not aligned. You know, they both seem like you're aligned. It's just we have free will in this life, right? We have free will. We can make whatever choices we make. At the end of the day, we're ultimately gonna end up where we're meant to be, right? It's just how do we get there? Which road do we take to get there? Do we take this road or do we take that road? And so if you take this road, this is what happens. You know, if you take this road, this is what happens. But um this road seems to be a lot more, okay, okay. This is what I see. This road seems more safe and comfortable. This will ultimately get you to where you need to be, but I think it'll take a longer time. This road takes a long time. This doesn't have as much transformation. There's a little bit more feeling of unfulfillment here, like needing like something new and a change. You're even thinking about exploring other options and you're like, I don't know. You've been hanging on to something, you know, that's what's coming through here. Whereas here, it's like there's newness, there's change, there's adventure, there's surprises, there's this element of the unknown, and it's somewhat exciting, you know, for your soul at least. So yeah, if you choose option B, it's going to be new, a lot of newness, a lot of travel, excitement, adventure, extra magical energy. So there's extra, like as scary as it might be sometimes because of this tower, because you are like, let's say, leaving behind everything you know and starting on a new adventure, it is still going to be magical. And it's still going to feel aligned with your soul's path. Like it's going to feel like you're aligned, you're right where you need to be. You have passion and excitement, but this is going to require, it's going to trigger you a lot more because it's going to require that you heal a lot more of your things and transform them, because there's no way to have this big of a reward by not actually, you know, healing and addressing some of your blocks. You have a reward in both ways. The reward here is more, um this is a brand new path. Option B is like a brand new path for you, where there's a lot of newness, a lot of learning, a lot of mastering of yourself, mastering of your skills, a lot of passion, a lot of magical moments, overcoming your pride, becoming very confident. Option B is definitely exciting. It's going to fulfill you. Yeah, there's a fulfillment here. And then the lovers. There's emotional fulfillment in pile B because of this transformation, because of whatever this is that you're leaving behind, or whatever this tower is for you that like shakes up your world because you choose option B, is going to create a lot more abundance, prosperity, good luck, good fortune, new beginnings, new adventures, new skills to be learned, new strength to be gained, passion, and love. Here's the lovers, a divine union here with a lover, or feeling aligned with your soul's path, like you make this choice and it aligns with your soul. So that's what I'm getting for us. The Fool, yeah. Option B is taking a leap of faith and not really knowing where you're going to land, but it requires a huge leap of faith, trusting in the universe, trusting your intuition, and not much else. Like it is a huge leap of faith for you, and you are kind of starting brand new. Option B, starting brand new. Um, So option B might require, there's a heartbreak here or emotional pain. So option B might be that you are leaving behind something that is going to be sort of heartbreaking. So maybe you're exiting a relationship, leaving someone behind, leaving a place behind that you used to live because there's a lot of travel. So maybe you're moving out of the city or town or country or whatever that used to live that you love and that's heartbreaking to you. It's causing some indecisiveness, like should I go or should I stay? Um, so there is pain here. Like I think that's why this is the one where there's more of a transformation and healing family issues, because there is emotional pain. Like there is a loss. Like you are letting something go, whatever that is. Maybe that's a part of yourself or your life as you knew it. Some people in your life, like a job, your home, family. Like you're leaving something behind here, and it is heartbreaking. So it is making you, it's causing some conflict, and perhaps it's why this decision is hard for you. We have the Fool and the King of Wands. This again is saying like you're trusting the universe, you're following your heart, you're taking that leap of faith, and you're traveling. I think you're traveling somewhere. I think you're like moving somewhere in pile B, option B. You're taking a leap of faith, you're moving across the country or the world or something like that. You're like, where to go next? You're following your passion. It excites you. You're following your desire. It seems more like a soul and heart driven option. Okay, and then we have surrender negative thinking and surrender to wonder and awe. So you have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. So option B might be triggering a lot of negative thinking, overthinking, worst case scenario thinking. And then we have surrender to wonder and awe, open to the magic of every moment and sense the awe and wonder in all of life. This attitude will keep you connected to the ecstasy of flow. So option B is opening the world, the doors to this wonder and awe, and to seeing new things, experiencing new things, feeling new feelings, and it's magical. B has this magical element to it, whereas A has more of a trusted and true, tried and true, promising stability. You're going to be good, and it's more traditional. Whereas this is more like wild and crazy. So yeah, I don't know. I hope that that was helpful and not too confusing. I would love to know in the comments below how this resonates with you and what like A and B was for you, and if how it applied. If you wanted to share that, I would love to know. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So if you chose this or light, this is going to be a reading. And in this reading, we're going to be getting some messages about a choice that you have to make. So making the right decision for yourself between two options. This video was inspired by Moon Moth Goddess. So shout out to her. She did a video like this not too long ago and I really enjoyed it. So I'm basically taking that template and doing a reading for you guys to help you make a decision because I found it very helpful. So the way that this is going to work is we have option A and we have option B. And what I want you to do is think of your two options and assign each of them to each of the piles. So if option one is this, choose a pile for that one. And okay, so assign your decision or your questions to each of the piles. And we're gonna see what the cards have to say about what would happen if you chose that option. So whatever you chose for option A, how would that unfold? What would that look like? And then B, what would that look like? And then you can make a better decision on like which path you want to take based on the outcome or like what would happen if you chose that. You can also reverse them. Like if you chose something for A that resonates more with the messages in B, then you can go ahead and flip that. Just like trust yourself at the end of the day, and so that you can make the best choice for yourself. So we're gonna start with option A, and we're gonna see your cards. We're gonna pull some more tarot as well. So if you chose option A, we have conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. We have happy family, number 4. We have set your sights higher, increase your standards, and expect more for yourself. Don't settle. We have very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And we have wedding. This situation involves marriage. Okay, so this question that you have for option 1 Could have something to do with your family or your lover, your spouse, or your significant other, or somebody that you are in a relationship with, right? Romantically, because this involves marriage and a wedding, and there's a happy family. So let's pull your tarot cards out and see what would happen if you went with timeline with option A. What would happen if pile 2 went with option A? How would it switch and unfold? What does it need to know about this route and this path if you went with option A? We have the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Swords, the Page of Wands. What would happen? Child. Okay. Okay, there's too many, but I will take these two. The Seven of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Judgment. What gonna be rules for that there for now? Okay. I feel like option A causes some confusion for you. There's a lot of kind of anxiety, sleepless nights, wondering, maybe confusion with the Seven of Cups, just confusion, not really knowing, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of worrisome thoughts because of the situation. And I always feel like, but this set your sights higher, it's like if you chose option A, and I'm not saying whether this is bad or good, like I'm just seeing what's here. And you can decide for yourself if this is bad or good for you. But with option A, there's this energy of like constantly wanting more, like constantly, like you're settling almost. Like you want more, you're setting your sights higher. We have the Page of Wands here where he's just kind of listening to the birds and just like, what kind of messages do you have for me? Almost like listening to the universe, like constantly just wanting new information and just some sort of messages from out there, because what you have is not like enough or something like that. Like seeking more and increase your standards and expect more for yourself. Don't settle. Yeah, it's just this energy that like maybe you're wondering if you should end something, like end a relationship or something like that. I don't know, because we have conclusions are within reach, obviously wedding, happy family. So maybe that's what you're contemplating, and you're wondering if you're going to be happy and satisfied in this situation, or and I feel like if you choose option A, then there is going to be some confusion, emotional confusion to anxiety and changes, a lot of changes that are going to happen, and surprises, a lot of surprises, not necessarily bad though. The Wheel of Fortune is positive changes. um and it is part of destiny and karma, a karmic cycle, and like it's fated, it's all also the energy of going with the flow. So I think you would have to go with the flow. If you choose option A, you would be very much going with the flow. There might be something to happen very soon with option A as far as a commitment, a long-term commitment, and something is ending here. Option A, something would end. And I don't know who this is because we have the Queen of Wands and the Page of Wands, but both of these are wands, so that's fire. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There is a lot of passion here, a lot of fire, a lot of being like in your confidence and feeling very empowered and very sexy and attractive and sexual, very alluring and seductive. And this is almost like like receiving communication. Um, Judgment is like a new beginning, a second chance, a death and a rebirth. A lot of healing your own fears. healing a lot of fears. So let me just see. I need more information on this. This one's kind of. So what is this that your side's higher for Pyro two if they truly. Okay. They're all the cards. Okay, so like I'm trying not to fill in the blanks for you of like what this could be for you because I don't want like if it has nothing to do with this, I don't want you being like, oh no, this isn't my pile, even though the messages are resonating. So this is just an example I'm giving from the most obvious thing that I see here. But your situation doesn't have to be this. Like it could be a business decision, it could be a professional decision. It doesn't have to be romantic or to do with a relationship. But obviously, when I see cards like that, that's where my mind is going to go first. Um, but what I'm feeling with this to set your sights higher is like you have these big dreams and these big goals as far as a relationship is concerned. You want ultimate happiness. You want this almost like a fairy tale story. You want the end all be all. You want to feel like it's destined. You want to feel like it's perfect and it's everything, right? It's these big cards here. We have the wheel of fortune, the world, that it's divine, it's divinely ordered and timed and all of it. And it's a 10 of cups. It's ultimate. It's this happy family. This is like basically the same card, you know? You want this ultimate happy ending, this very high vibrational relationship and situation here. You don't want to settle. You don't want to settle for just something okay, right? You don't want to settle for being anxious and being confused and not knowing what's going on. You want to receive messages, you want communication, you want to know that like this person loves you and thinks you're really hot and attractive and feels and desires you and wants you. Now, if this is a business situation or whatever, like you still want that, right? Like you want this ultimate happiness, you want to feel good, you want this end all be all, and you want to feel like you're the best, like you want to feel like you're everything. And you want that attraction, right? The King of Wands. You want that, we have counterparts here. King of Wands, Queen of Wands, okay? You want to feel attractive and desired by the other. Um, and you want to desire them as well. I feel like this is like your ideal relationship. Like this is your ideal situation that you're looking for. You want communication. You want a passion. You want excitement. You want emotional fulfillment. You want it all. And perhaps in this situation, you're not getting it all. You're not 100% satisfied because there's conclusions here. Things are coming to an end though. We do have the Ten of Swords at the bottom, which is a painful ending. It is an ending. It's an ego death. It's this is a promise that there is going to be no more pain from this situation. And with this card paired with the Judgment card, I'm almost sensing that this situation is going to transform. So this, whatever this is, this relationship, like maybe it could be like your partner, somebody that you're married to or you want to marry very soon. So maybe you're engaged to this person, you want a happy family with this person, but there's just some issues that need to be worked out here in the situation. There is some, fears around this and uncertainty. And you just want to know, like, you deserve more and better, or you want more, like you want that ultimate, and maybe you're not getting that right now. And so it's kind of worrying you, like, am I ever going to be satisfied and fulfilled if I stay in this situation? What would happen if I stayed here? And I think a lot would change if you stayed in this situation. I think a lot would change. There would be positive changes. You would receive this passionate communication. There's a lot of sexual attraction. You would become very empowered and strong and confident within yourself. And I think you would have what you're looking for. Like you would have that new beginning. I think you would get what you want in this situation. I think a lot of it's coming from your own fears and uncertainties, but I think that it would change for the better, especially with the Judgment card here. Like you would have what it is that you're looking for. You would be satisfied and emotionally fulfilled. But I think certain things are coming to an end. So what are these conclusions? The Five of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. Oh my gosh, look at this. I didn't even know these all came out together. How's it even possible? Okay, yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Conclusions are within reach. So what is coming to an end in option A, if you choose option A, is the fights, the abandonment, feeling alone, feeling betrayed. You guys would be moving on from that with the Six of Swords. You're moving on from all of this drama and trauma and heavy energy that's been causing you anxiety, maybe fucking with your confidence a little bit, and maybe messing with your potential to believe that this actually would be your happy ending. Because you're like, well, I'm settling at this point. There's some things that haven't been really good in this relationship. Maybe I have felt neglected, rejected, abandoned, ghosted. Maybe there was some sort of lies, deceit, betrayal, even cheating, or just sneaking around, or just some information that was not expressed to you, or feelings that were not expressed or held back. There's been fights, arguing, conflict, just not seeing eye to eye. And that's what's coming to an end. That's what the conclusions are. So if you choose option A, that is coming to an end and you are moving on towards calmer waters, and there is a happy family. There is a happy ending here. So option A, you have a happy relationship, a happy ending, a happy family. You probably will get married, or somehow marriage is involved in this situation, a wedding very soon. This is going to be transformed. This is part of your destiny. Twice, three times really, because the world card as well. There is passion, there's desire here, there's communication, there's yeah, I'm feeling like there's a new beginning. There's like a letting go of all of that old shit that was not helpful with temperance, and healing that, and then healing all of those thoughts as well, and it being a new beginning here. So that's option A. And let's just get a surrender card. What do you want pile to surrender to if they choose option A? Or like, what would they have to surrender to in this situation? What would they have to surrender to in this situation? That surrender to miracles. Pile 2. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. So this is going to transform this situation, whatever this is. If it has been stressful, if it has been burdensome, if it's been painful, if it's been really dragging you down and making you like have this anxiety, and maybe you haven't been feeling like your best self, this is going to transform. There is a miracle here. Like, there is this happiness for you. You are going to be happy. And even if this isn't to do with a current relationship, but let's say you are leaving behind a toxic relationship, just know that very soon you will have that beautiful, happy ending with your soulmate, like the person you're meant to be with, if this is that kind of a question. And if it's not a kind of a question, then whatever it is, it's going to create a happy home environment. It's going to affect your home life a lot more because of your confidence and you healing these issues and letting these things go. So yeah, surrender to miracles, pile 2 for option A. Things are going to change for the better. They are going to turn around here. Okay, so option B. You know what? Let's just do this. Option B, if you chose option B, here are your cards. We have a new romantic cycle begins, a time for healing, cornucopia, simplify your life, eliminate clutter from your home and work life to balance the flow of activities. We have pay attention to red flags and chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Okay. And let's get some tarot cards. So what would happen if Pidal chose option B? What would happen if pile 2 chose option B? How would this situation unfold? We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the King of Cups. Oh my gosh. We have Strength and we have the Ten of Cups. Okay, well, so basically, for option B, I mean, if this isn't a romantic question, then I don't know what it is because all the romance cards are coming out. Um, but a new romantic cycle begins. So if you choose option B, there's a new beginning here. Okay, a new romantic cycle, a new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles, a lot of deep love, a lot of deep feelings and emotions, a lot of chemistry, a lot of healing and happiness. There's ultimate happiness here. So there's happiness on both ends. Okay, if you chose option A and option B. Option B seems more simple. Option A seems a little bit more strenuous and maybe a little bit more painful or hard, but there is a happy ending here. Option B is a brand new beginning, a brand new cycle. So I don't know if like this is between two people and this bit like this is your current situation, this is like a new person or something like that, where this is like brand new. But there is cornucopia here. So there's just this feeling of I have everything. I feel very satisfied, you know, and it's going to cause you and give you opportunities to heal and to get rid of the clutter and things that you don't need in your life. There's a lot of chemistry here and a lot of attraction and love. It's exciting, it's new. Um, and there is this ultimate fulfillment and happiness here. But we do have some red flags. The signs are cautioning you, which I want to know about. Intuitively, ooh, the devil. Okay. So you intuitively know that something about this is toxic or something's off about this. What is that? What is, I want to pull from this deck. So I'll leave these here because these were bottom deck. What is this? Pay attention to red flags and this devil energy for pile 2. What is this? Pay attention to red flags and the devil energy for pile 2, option 2. 10 of 1. Seven of Pentacles. I guess that the red flags that you're looking for are ones where there's a lot of stagnancy, a lot of waiting, and there's going to be like so the signs that would be cautioning you in this situation if you chose option B, yes, there's a new romantic cycle, there's an opportunity for healing here, you feel really satisfied and really good and it makes you really happy. There is deep feelings of emotional fulfillment here and love even and like a new beginning, a potential to grow into something more. It seems a little bit more simple. There's a lot of chemistry. But there are some red flags, which is maybe this person works a lot and they're always busy or tired and you're waiting a lot for them. I don't know. Working a lot. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles and then the Four of Swords. So maybe in option B would be a situation where there's just a lot of stagnancy and waiting, having to be patient with the other, and it's exhausting. maybe the patience is exhausting, like having to wait constantly. And they could be because they work a lot or because your situation is you're working a lot. So if you chose option B, then maybe you're working a lot and you're having to, and things are moving kind of slow, right? Things are moving slow. So I need to know more information about what's going on. I'm not gonna lie. Tell me more about option B. What is going on in this situation? Just so I can understand what is going on in option B's situation. The Two of Pentacles, Six of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and Justice. Honestly, I this is it. I know this is supposed to help you make your decision, and like I wish it was like a very clear like okay, option A is the obvious one and option B is not, but it's seeming like both options are pretty good. Like either one you choose, I feel like you would be happy, you would have success. The Two of Pentacles, there's just maybe a little bit of more of hesitancy and just not knowing like how to move forward, but it does end up in fulfillment, wish fulfillment, success, victory, being recognized, um kind of even being put on a pedestal, being like a trophy person, or just having trophies. Even justice is it's harmony, it's balance, it's an equal give and take, it's a relationship, it's a marriage, it's contracts. So that's kind of showing up for both sides here. Like there's happiness, there's contentment. The red flags, I mean, if you can handle that, I feel like there's just a lot of time alone, a lot of time to yourself in this situation. Slow movement, not really maybe knowing what's going on all the time, but it seems like you get your happiness, like you're happy, you have justice, you feel satisfied. So tell me more about what would happen if pile 2 chose option B. What would happen if pile 2 chose option B? So the high priestess is here twice. I feel like this is a very intuitive decision. Like with option 2, you'd be a lot more aligned with your intuition. Not aligned, like if you're not aligned here, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that with option 2, it'd be easier for you to, it's a very intuitive situation. Like whatever it is that you're going through, like your intuition would almost wake up and it would be like, whoa, I feel very, very, I'm very in touch with my intuition, because of option B. Like somehow it awakens your intuition or something to where you're able to tune into, like if you are dealing with another person, like into like their energy as well. The Emperor is the divine masculine. This is also about stability. It's about being an authority figure, being the boss. So I feel like you would be successful in that area. If you choose option B, you would get the recognition that you deserve. You would be the person in charge, like a leader, and have a lot of structure and security in your life. And it would be a very spiritually connecting experience. 10 of Pentacles. There is stability here in pile 2. A lot of stability, a lot of wealth as well, long-term commitment, um, a relationship, a partnership. So what is the difference between these piles? Okay. Hmm. So for this one, I was like, what is going on in pile one, basically, or option one? What I got is the Seven of Pentacles and then the Devil in the World at the bottom. So this is both Capricorn energy. This is about delays in timing. This is about being patient and things not moving as quickly as you want them to. Now, this could create a lot of obsessive thoughts and overthinking, and then like things just kind of happening in the right order that they need to be. And it's just a lot of having to be patient. Maybe it's your own stuff that you're working through in this relationship or the other person and the way that it comes together, but it is a promise of there is a promise of happiness here. Like there is a change, like basically like don't give up on this. If that's what your question is on option A is like don't give up on that. Option B seems to be like a brand new situation. Okay, there's a brand new situation, a brand new opportunity, and you would also be happy here. You would also be happy. You would also get what you want, but the some of the situations would be the same. Pay attention to the red flags. So there's still a need to release something heavy, and there's still a need to be patient. So if you're like almost like escaping this situation because things aren't moving quick enough for you and it's been too hard, and you want to start something new thinking that this is going to be better and you're going to get everything what you like all the things that you want right away, then I feel like that's not going to be the case. There's a lot of unknowns here. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's the devil still showing up here. There's a transformation, the need to heal that devil. So I always feel like, okay, now it's coming together. I get it. I'm sorry, but like it was just so I wasn't understanding the difference between these. But I feel that you would have, like, if just an example, okay, if you're in a relationship and you're contemplating whether or not this is good enough for you and you want to stick around for this because there's been just so much drama and trauma that's been triggered, and you're like, I just want to let this all go and move on to something brand new because it will be different there. And if it's not a relationship, it could be a job that's been just very heavy and toxic and all the things. What I'm seeing is that you wanting to leave this situation before you have fully healed and wanting to start something new, thinking that it's going to be different and the situation is what's causing this, then you are not correct in that because this is going to trigger the same sorts of issues that you still have to heal that are unresolved within yourself. Whether it's here with this person or this person, it's going to continue to come up no matter what. Yes, you will be still in this equally balanced relationship or situation. You will have a wish fulfillment. There's a potential for happiness here and ultimate happiness. There's a potential for that both ways. You can be happy both places. Though I think the thing that is blocking your happiness is your own thoughts, your own unresolved issues, your own wounds that are creating the drama in these situations. Now, I'm not saying you're fully responsible for this because the other person could also contribute to that because of their unhealed issues and, childhood trauma or whatever. But you are not responsible for them. You're only responsible for your healing. And this pile is saying that, like, if you do invest into this connection or this situation, it will get better and it will heal, but as long as you also heal your stuff. But like I am also feeling like option B would be an escape from that and a desire to start brand new somewhere else, something new, thinking that it'll be different, but really the same things are going to still keep following you because it's not the situation, it's something within you that you still carry with you that would still be triggered in every situation. But there is again potential for happiness there too. There's potential happiness for happiness everywhere as long as you heal yourself, or like whatever it is that keeps coming up, because it seems like the stuff that keeps coming up is similar. If this is in any way, shape, or form making sense to you. It makes sense in my head. It's hard to articulate. But so that's what I have for you. So option A, option B, both are good options. You're gonna be happy in both situations. But if you think that option B is going to solve your problems quicker and it's not gonna come up anymore and it's gonna be this like perfect fairy tale situation that you're looking for here, it's not going to be the case. because you're still going to have to deal and address those things that are coming up here. So might as well just deal with it here and have this beautiful connection and situation be resolved and actually, commit to it instead of starting it all over and having this brand new beginning and going through all of that and coming to the same place now, but you've spent more time on it. And if that is your journey, then that is what you need to do. Because maybe you're done with this situation, you're like, you know what, this is too heavy. I want to let it go. I want to start over. But just know that there's still going to be heaviness here too. The heaviness is still going to be there. The waiting, the having to be patient and not knowing, all of that is still going to be here. And so it's, if I feel like this situation is eventually going to turn into this situation. So instead of just focusing on this situation and solving it and figuring it out because you're already here, you're wanting to try it somewhere else, and you're going to end up in the same place and maybe you've wasted 2 years now. So this would be the quicker route to happiness and healing. This would seem more promising, but it would be the same shit, different situation, but still promise of happiness for both, as long as you heal through these things. Okay, so that's what I have for you. I hope that made sense. Please let me know in the comments below if it did. And please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So if you chose this soda light, then this is going to be your reading. And today we are going to help you make a decision. So this reading is about making a choice, and given that you have two options to choose from, so two different roads to take, two paths to take, A or B, which one should you go on? So what we're going to do is we have option A and we have option B, and we're going to see how each will unfold if you choose option A or if you choose option B. What's going to happen in each of the situations so that you can make your decision. I do want to say that this reading was inspired by Moon Moth Goddess. I saw her do one of these readings on her channel and I really enjoyed it. So I wanted to do that for you guys here because it really helped me make my decision as well. So what we're going to do is I want you to think of your two options, and I want you to assign one of the options to pile A and the other one to pile B. And of course, as the messages come through, and if you're feeling like it needs to be switched because this really resonates with this one, this resonates with that one, then go ahead and do that. But basically, whatever you chose for your first option that you have, whatever pile you associate it with, we're going to see how that's going to unfold. And then we'll do the same thing with pile B. And then you can make a decision, like which route should I take, depending on how it's going to unfold. So we're going to start with A. So we have our oracle cards. We'll pull some more tarot. And we have expect powerful change, new moon eclipse, a win-win outcome is forecast, and your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, well, that's pretty good for the first cards for option A. We also have the temple path. We have this to be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek, and wait, don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. Okay, and before we get into it, I just want to pull out your tarot cards as well. Okay, so what would happen if pile 3 chose option A? How would this situation unfold for them? What do you want them to know about this option? So what would happen if pile 3 chose option A? How would this situation unfold for them? We have the Magician and the Empress. The Nine of Cups at the bottom. Okay. So if you chose pile option A, well, we have a very obvious of win-win outcome is forecast and your dreams need a practical plan. Expect powerful change. This could be the one. So, and the temple back. So I'm getting that with option A, if you chose this is part of your temple path. This is part of your divine path in life, your divine purpose in life. And you will have an ensured successful outcome. And there's going to be change with this situation. There's going to be powerful change. You're just waiting right now, I feel. I feel you're in the waiting phases and that things are going to change. And maybe you've been waiting for a while. Maybe that's what this is saying. But it's saying that and this could be like with a dream that you have, like a big dream that you have. And I maybe you're just wondering like what the status is on this or like what's going on. But I do feel like option A, whatever that is for you, like I'm trying to give you like details of like what this could be so that you can know for yourself that this is your pile. But this is something to do with a dream that you have that you've been waiting for, and it is part of your calling. It is part of like a deeper life purpose. It could be romantic in nature. It could be like soulmate related because we do have, you've already met the romantic partner that you seek. Um, so if it's to do with that, but it could also just be like just whatever path you're meant to go on. Um, this is part of that path. Option A. That's what it's saying. Um, it's a wish fulfillment. So you will have a wish fulfillment here. There is a little bit of defensiveness with the Nine of Wands, maybe feeling like the wounded warrior, maybe feeling like you've been fighting battle after battle after battle and there's been no success. And you're kind of almost like to a point where you're not really trustful of what is coming towards you. Because if you look at her, she just seems like she's ready to fight everybody off that's like coming at her. And she's protecting herself with these wands around her, and just kind of but it almost seems like desperate. It doesn't seem like she's mean or scary. She seems scared and like, please don't fuck with me. Like I've been through my share of bullshit. Like I really don't need any more. I will cut you if you do. But it's not coming from like a mean place. It's coming from like I'm wounded. Like please don't hurt me anymore. So maybe this is life, like just constant battle after battle after battle, and you just want victory. You will have it. With option A, you are going to have everything that you dreamed of. You're manifesting this. So with the Magician, option A, you are manifesting this. You are asking for this from the universe. This is something that you're co-creating with the universe. It could have to do with a divine union of love with the Two of Cups, being on the same page with your partner, having a partner where you do see eye to eye, so a soulmate relationship, or it could be a friendship, just like that deep connection and bond where you are on the same level. It could be with a job, with any sort of situation, but this is about an equal give and take. It's about mutual feelings towards one another, and supporting each other emotionally in the same way. This is of an emotional nature because it's the cups. So in a win-win outcome, yeah, it's a very balanced, like Libra energy, right? Like the scales are balanced, you're both on the same page. And when I say both, I mean you and this situation, you and this path are aligned. Okay. So it's like you're on the right path. It's an equal give and take. Whatever you give, you also get back. The energy you exert, you also receive. So like it's not like you're just hustling, giving, 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 and then you feel depleted at the end. It's an equal, balanced, harmonious situation, and it's aligned with your path. That's a big one, and there's a lot of emotional fulfillment here, a lot of emotional intensity. If this is to do with another person, and somebody has very, very deep feelings of love for you, very intense deep feelings of love, they're unwavering. They are solid, they're stable, there's emotional maturity here, emotional stability here. If this is your energy, then that's kind of where you're going on this path, is to just this emotional independence and stability and maturity and empowerment and just being very secure within yourself, and having a lot of emotional fulfillment. And then with the Knight of Cups is it's self-love, it's being very fulfilled within yourself, by yourself even. This is a wish fulfillment, so having everything that you've been wanting, and it, again with the star under that, so a wish fulfillment. Your wishes are coming true, your dreams are coming true. Option one, it is going to be the option A is going to take you towards the path of your dreams being achieved and fulfilled, whatever that is for you. This is part of your destiny. You're manifesting this, the Empress, it's abundance. You're going to have abundance. You are everything. So whatever this is for you, and look, we have the Emperor here as well. So this could be a lot of situations because there's, a lot of different questions out there. But, one could be that this is your divine counterpart path. This is the path towards your divine counterpart, towards that equal give and take. This could be that this is the path towards your life's calling, your life purpose. This could be that this is the path towards your self-love and really elevating and becoming that person you want to be. This option will take you there. Because the Empress is about self-love and she embodies, love, compassion, nurturance. Just she's very high vibrational. She is very stable and solid in herself and secure and confident and magnetic and beautiful and attractive. And she attracts everything that you manifest and then you attract. That's what's happening on this path. It's a very attractive energy. Um it's a very what's the word, fertile for manifestation. You're in very fertile energy as well. This could also be the path where you do get pregnant or you have a baby or something like that. um yeah, let me just see let me pull a card. So for option A, for pile 3, what do they need to surrender to in this? If they chose option A, what do they need to surrender to if they go with option A? Surrender to creativity. Surrender your ego. This came out in pile 1. Let your imagination source stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. So maybe you do have a dream that is of a creative nature and you're wondering if this is going to work out for you. Well, this is part of your life purpose. That maybe it's to do with being a healer or a counselor or some sort of an emotional career where you're helping people on that in that way, or it could be more artistic and creative with the King of Cups. It could be working one-on-one with people, like giving a service or something like that. But I you feel like this is your calling, this is your path, and you're just wondering if this is your path. Is this really my divine path, or is it something else? So I feel like with these cards and this energy here, there is going to be success here, a win-win outcome. But you do need a practical plan for this. So you can't just, like, manifesting is great and you can do all the things energetically to manifest, but you have to become practical. And I think that means like putting in the physical work and effort to make this happen. To have, like, you are very attractive and you're in very attractive energy. So I think you're going to draw those things to you, which you can't do without actually physically doing some things. You can't just, I mean, it does say wait, but I feel like while you're waiting, you have to, do your part on in the co-creation process with the universe. Like, you're co-creating, right? The Two of Cups, it's you and the universe. So you as a human have to do whatever it takes to get this done physically. And yeah, this has to do with creativity. You have a lot of creative energy. Just keep doing that. Keep focusing on your creative endeavors and spending time on them. There's going to be a powerful change here. You've been through the battles, but you're having a wish fulfillment here. So it's looking pretty good for pile 1. I always say that, and then pile 2 happens, and then it's like, what? Okay, so now we're gonna I just want to clear the energy. Okay. So pile 3, option B. What do they need to know? What would happen if they chose option B? Emotions are running high. New love. Angel of love. Appreciation and contemplation time. Spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. Okay. Let's pull your tarot cards out. So option B. You just have the Two of Pentacles, contemplating, yeah, going back and forth with your options. Okay, so what would happen if pile 3 chose option B? How would that unfold for them? What would happen? And how would that turn out if pile 3 chose option B? We have the Knight of Wands. The Empress again. No matter where you go, you're going to be the Empress. No matter where you go, you're going to be magnetic and attract what it is that you desire, and you're always going to shine bright. Like, that Empress energy is never going to leave you. I think that's just a part of who you are. So no matter which path you take, just know that you will always have yourself to rely on, and you will always be powerful. You will always have your power. Okay? Pile 3. You're never going to lose your power no matter what situation you're in. It's just a matter of which path is better for you. Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords, and then we also, that little guy did want to come out. Two of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, the Moon. Okay, so if you... Just want everything to be in the picture. So if you chose, so with the Knight of Wands, the Empress, the Five of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords, the Moon at the bottom. So if you chose option 2, there's something to do here with like a new situation that you do love, that you are in love with. It could be, of course, to do with romance, like a new love interest. But I feel like there's a lot of stirrings for emotion here, a lot of new exciting feelings, passion. It's that newness, whenever you start something new or you meet someone new or get into a new relationship, or just that whole thing, that you just feel very excited. Emotions are running high. You're kind of high on life. It's that honeymoon phase. It could be of a relationship, or it could be of a new job, or a new place that you're living, a new thing that you're doing, whatever. It's this new energy that you are feeling here, that does excite you. I just saw a hummingbird. It just was by my window. I don't know if that matters for anyone, but that is about having hope and faith, by the way. Um, but yeah, I just feel you're very emotional about this situation. Okay, it's trigger a lot of your emotions. You feeling very grateful for where you are, and so that is there. Like it's a very emotional experience. Option B. Um, and it is causing you to spend some time alone and meditate and contemplate, like, your situation. I think all of these emotions are also coming up. Maybe there's a lot of sadness too. It's like emotions, but not just happy and positive emotions. It could be some grief, some sadness, some feelings of loss, maybe depression. Emotions are running high both ways, good and bad. So it's just a very, like, emotional roller coaster, maybe, is kind of what I'm getting. um And there is a little bit of confusion here with the Two of Pentacles, a little bit of going back and forth, like, what do I do? Which way to go? There's a lot of passion and desire driving you towards this new, exciting love or potential for love. But there is this, like, painful, heavy ending here with the Ten of Swords. Being betrayed, stabbed in the back. Um, there's pain here. And a lot of fears coming up, a lot of unknowns, uncertainty, stuff from the shadows. So let's just get some more cards. pile 3, option B. What would happen if they chose option B? Tell me more about what would happen. What do you want them to know about option B? Have the 7 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. So, and then we have these guys at the bottom. Okay, so option A, if I don't want to make this romantic, and I know some of you don't have romantic questions, and that's okay, and just, you know, don't take this then if it's not for you, or take what you can from it and apply it to your non-romantic situation. But I feel like with option A, if this is a romantic situation, option A is the path towards your true soulmate. Like option A is the path towards it's this divine union, this counterpart, this true love. 2 of Cups, it's powerful, it's a win-win, it's aligned with your soul's path, it's kind of like meant to be, right? Something you've been manifesting. It's this deep emotional security and stability that you feel in this situation. If it's not romantic, then whatever the situation is, a job, a place, a path, whatever, this is more like aligned with, it's equal, right? This seems like a love affair. This seems like a temporary love affair that's very exciting. It's very romantic. It's very fulfilling at first, but it's emotional. It's up and down. It's maybe even somebody putting you on a pedestal and making you feel like love bombing you or something like that. Um, Now, if it's not a romantic situation, then whatever it is, it just seems so good. Like it's a fantasy. It's this ideal, like, ooh, it's tempting, it's temptation, it's lustful. It's coming from like a desire that's not soul based, that's more ego based, I feel. And it is based in this like sexual energy or passion or even fixation, or just I wouldn't say it's coming from like the most healthiest place, because there is just like this grieving, this painful ending, and then with the 7 of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles, this could be a third party situation, or whatever this third external source is. There's some sneaky stuff going on. There's this betrayal, there's cheating, there's unfaithfulness, there's lying, sneaking around, not being 100% honest. Okay, in whatever way, shape, or form, it could be really bad or it could be something lighter. But in either case, there's something that is being hidden from you, secrets, and it could have to do with a community, a job situation, another person being involved, like a third party, you know, infidelity, things like that, things below the surface, the moon, that you are not able to see. And it's presenting itself as this beautiful packaged up like love situation, or it's this beautiful like a love offer of this the best case scenario. Like if you're looking for a new job, it's like, yes, I'll give you everything, like everything that, they're meeting all your needs at first, and then you realize that they were lying to you. And then there's some sort of like this betrayal energy, and then you're sad. So I don't want to choose for you which one's better, like which one you should go with, like obviously, but I'm just gonna tell you that it definitely pile A, or option A, seems a lot more promising and healthier and aligned with your soul's path than option B, because of this like sneaky energy. Now you have the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands, and then this block energy, and then this guy, it's just this being closed off, just a lot of driven from sexual energy, fire, passion. And that's great, but if there's no stability that comes with that, then it kind of seems like a fling or an affair, a love affair, or a temporary situation that is exciting and happy at first, but then it kind of dies off and it doesn't turn into anything. And like I said, you still remain the Empress. So like I don't know that your self-worth and confidence would be shot, because you are so powerful and empowered and strong within yourself that you'd be able to overcome it. with this appreciation energy. I think that you are just genuinely this amazing person, and you have this angel of love around you to constantly feed you that energy of love and support and connection and feeling not alone. But I don't know that the situation would really turn out the way that you think it would turn out. It seems amazing at first, but it could be just glitters and just the shiny object that you're chasing, thinking that is better than what you have now, or it's better than wherever this is taking you, or whatever this option is, thinking that this is better because it's coming off as a more beautifully packaged situation. Maybe it seems easier. Maybe it just seems something about it is like fake. Something about it is, what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's just, I don't know, there's a facade here. It's a front. Like it's showing itself to be something better than it is. And then when it comes to it, there's actually a lot of sadness, grieving, pain, lies, deceit, and it could have to do with an institution, a community, a workplace, a relationship, um, somewhere where there's like more than one person involved, money. There's a lot of unknowns here. So let me just see, what do you have to surrender to in this situation if you chose pile or option B? Surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. There's a lot about love here. I think that I think that in option B, okay, kind of what it seems like is maybe option A is like the path that you feel is called for you, like it's really calling for you. And you know that this is kind of where you need to be, but maybe it's been a little bit harder because you've had to wait and you've just been fighting this battle and you haven't really seen much. So you're just like, fuck, how long do I have to wait? Whereas option B seems like this new exciting thing that like, oh, that will be better. That will solve all my problems. Or maybe it is a temptation for something new. Like, ooh, like I'm kind of bored in this situation. I'm kind of stagnant. And this looks really exciting. This seems really appealing. I'm tempted. Maybe it's like that kind of desire coming in and you're receiving so much love and attraction and you are attractive. People are attracted to you. You have a lot of that energy going on around you, and it leads to some sort of this energy, this betrayal, this ending, and it doesn't work out. So it is just like, I think maybe this path B would teach you appreciation about loving maybe what you already have, or loving yourself more, because there is something about appreciation, because I feel like you would be choosing this out of an instant gratification type of deal, and because of the promise of something beautiful and shiny that you'd get right away, or maybe feeding into your temptations and desires, um and not realizing that like it's because you're not able to appreciate what it is that you already have, and because you're not appreciating what you already have or where you're going or who you have in your life, is why you're searching for this new energy that actually ultimately won't satisfy you. It's actually going to end in a lot more pain than if you just stuck with your original soul's calling here. Yeah. And this doesn't have to be romantic. This can be whatever. Love could be for anything. That feeling of excitement and joy and love could be for a new car. You already have this car, or you already have this house, and it's this new house, but it's going to fall apart because it's not as good as it seems. Something about B is like it's not as good as it seems, and it's like packaged to be something perfect, but it's not. And it's deceitful. And there's some shady business going on here. So that is what I have for you for that. You make up your own mind on which route you want to take and which path you want to go down. I don't think there's any wrong decisions. It's just the decisions that you make will alter your life in a different way, and eventually you'll end up where you need to be anyway. But yeah, just follow your own truth and your intuition on which one is best for you. I hope that you enjoyed this. Please let me know in the comments below, like if you want to, like what this was about. If you feel free to share that. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I wish you all the best. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.